Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you've got your hands clapping for the Turtle Mark I. This strength of the British Empire has fantastic armor going for it. A 330 damage per shot gun capable of penetrating through multiple rows and volleys of enemy tanks. And that's probably what Wargaming's dev team thought when they were drunk on multiple bottles of vodka, because in reality, the Turtle Mark I, while it does have actually a pretty solid gun going for it, when it comes to armor, it is literally non-existent, to a point where I wouldn't even call it a heavily armored tank destroyer. I just call it a flat-out TD at that point, but we'll be breaking into the armor in just a moment. The Turtle Mark I has once again come into the stores today for not a cheap price tag at that. It's 15,000 gold if you want to get the vehicle and its legendary camouflage that has just come out, and it's 12,500 gold to get the vehicle alone. Now I just want to do a comparison here. You can get your hands on two bad tier 8 premiums for 12,500 gold, which is definitely better than one bad one. Or you can get your hands on an Emil 1951, an Action 10, or even a Progetto 46 for 8,500 gold, which is around 4,000 gold cheaper than the Turtle Mark I. What is known as one of the most overpowered tier 8s is cheaper by 4,000 gold than known as one of the worst tier 8s in Blitz. Now, I don't think the Turtle itself is a terrible tank. I actually do okay in it. I've got around a 75% win rate. I average okay damage, but that's just because of the gun. The armor itself is terrible, and I'm a bit of an exception because I like slow tanks sometimes, and I'm able to work the gun a lot. But if you get an average player trying to drive a slow tank with no armor and a quite inaccurate gun, as you'll see, yeah, the pegs start to stack up on the losing battle side. So let's go over to Blitz Stars and take a look at the stats compared to the tech tree alternative, the AT-15, and as well another tech tree alternative, the T-28, regarded as one of the worst tier 8 in Blitz. Now the Turtle Mark I has 2,938 DPM, which is worse than the AT-15 and worse than the T-28. The penetration is actually pretty solid, but as you can see, it's only 3% more on the standard shells, and the premium, it's only 2% more than the AT-15, and it's worse on both premium and standard than the T-28, so it's not doing too well so far, especially when you compare that 35% DPM increase on the AT-15. I mean, it's literally light years ahead. Now, the rate of fire on this tank is not bad at 9 rounds a minute, which gives it a 6.74 second reload with 330 damage a shot. I actually really like the damage, and I think that's the one reason why I'm actually tolerating the vehicle, is the fact that 330 damage with 3000 DPM is enough damage that you can permatrack a lot of vehicles. It's also a high enough alpha that you will put a bit of a sting even on tier 9 and tier 8 heavy tanks, compared to a vehicle like the AT-15 that if you only get one shell out, yeah, it's 32% less damage. But the T-28 with more DPM, almost the same reload, and higher alpha definitely wins the trading battle here. Now, shell velocity is another killer of this tank at 792 on the standard. It does go up to 991 on the premium, but I mean, the AT-15s goes up to 1300 and the T-28s goes up to 1200. So again, it's just way back from the pack of the other two tech tree tanks. The aiming time and dispersion is 24% worse than the AT-15 and 27% worse. And the dispersion on the Turtle Mark I, even though its gun has less alpha than the T-28, it is the same dispersion, which makes no sense. As well, the aiming time is only about 16% better. I mean, that's not that impressive, judging again that it does carry less damage per shot. Now, the on-movement dispersion is quite a bit better on these two vehicles than the T-28, but that's what you get when you do have much bigger alpha. Both of them do carry 10 degrees of gun depression, which is very nice, but the aiming arc is 20 degrees to the left and 20 degrees to the right, which is still worse than the AT-15. Although I will say the T-28 is very far behind on this comparison. Obviously, mobility is all the same on these vehicles, but the camouflage on the T-28 is much better, and yeah, that's really all there is to these tanks. I mean, you can clearly see that the T-28 and AT-15 are almost statistically better in every single aspect, and you might be saying, well, what about the armor? Well, this is what a T-28 sees when it aims at the front of a Turtle Mark I, with standard ammunition. Yes, you heard that right. 248 pen, and you go through the upper plate. That is only 235 thick. The lower plate is 119, and the upper part is 157. That means that if we got out, let's say, a tier 7 tank destroyer like the T-25-2, well, Yeah, it still butters right through the vehicle, and oh no, we loaded premium. I mean, it's so sad. And let's compare that now to the T-28's frontal armor. Yep, there you have it. T-28's lower plate is 243 thick, superstructures ranging upwards of 300 millimeters, and even the side armor is quite thick. It's just a way better armor profile. And we can even pull up, if you really wanted a comparison here, the AT-15, which as well has better armor by quite a bit. I mean, the upper plate is completely 198 thick, does not have a weak spot because you can see the lower part is 230. The edges are upwards of 230 as well. I mean, the only weak spots are all the way up at the roof, but compare that to this and that. Oh, it's just so bad. Why? Why would you ever want to drive this thing? Plus, this tank with its 10 degrees of gun depression, and if you angle it correctly, you can actually get it very thick and hide the cupolas on this vehicle, getting some pretty sweet bounces. I actually really like the AT-15. It's a completely busted vehicle if you know how to play it, but enough about busted tanks. Let's get into some battles with the Turtle Mark 1. Now, as I said, I actually do okay in the tank, but it doesn't mean the vehicle itself is a great vehicle, and you should definitely not be buying it. The reason I actually really wanted to make a video on this tank so quickly and make it get out there is so that nobody would be foolish enough to buy this tank thinking that it looked like a heavily armored tank destroyer, because in Wargaming's video they acted like this thing has armor for ages. It doesn't. I mean, it really doesn't. Tier 8s can just load premium. I mean, let's go over the tanks that can pen me in this battle. The VK100 can pen me. The RHM can pen me. The IS-5, the AMX AC, the Yag Tiger E50, and 50 TP prototype can all pen me with standard ammunition. And if they load premium, the entire front of this vehicle turns green. It's terrible. I mean, I can't do anything in this battle. That is what's so sad about it. The only tank that wouldn't be able to pen me frontally, I guess, like on the main hull part where the two weak spots on the top and bottom aren't exposed, would be the T-54 Mod 1 on my team. That would be the only tank. I mean, this is tier 8, folks. This isn't tier 6, tier 5, where tanks have 150 pen on standard. This is tier 8, where most tanks are sitting like this Emil 1951 at 240, 230 millimeters now. That's the new norm for tier 8. So, yeah, that's bad. I mean, and by the way, not to mention this tank only goes 20. So we're going to see what we can do here. Now, hopefully this Emil does not camp in the bush, but well, what do you know? It's tier 8, and this guy bought a premium, so he must be camping in the bush. Now, I don't know what to do, because I obviously don't have all the factors I want going for my vehicle, but, you know what? We're going to sit here. We're going to chill. I'm not really... What is this guy doing? Why? What is he... Alright, you have fun there, Emil. You have fun chilling off, and he's gone. Okay, goodbye. We got the E50 off to the side. Maybe we can get a shell into that AMX, but right now, we're just kind of chilling here. I mean... That's all I can really do, right? We'll just look at the beautiful view of the Yag Tiger behind that rock. We've got the AMX, who we might actually be able to sneak a shell into. Yeet! There you go. Nice tap into that AMX AC. As I said, I do like the Alpha. That is something that's nice. I mean, we would have only done about 220 damage in the AT in this battle. So that is a big advantage here that, you know, you normally wouldn't always get. But we're going to see. I mean, right now, our team is not doing amazing. I'm hoping that... I don't really know what I'm hoping, I'm going to be honest. The enemy team is just completely wrecking my IS-8. And if I push in, well, I know that I'm going to be wrecked myself. So let's see. Boom! Nice shot into the side of the E50. There you go. 300 damage there. Let's even put on my adrenaline, maybe. Oh, wow, that guy's just dead. I did not expect that, but he's taken completely out of the battlefield. We have the AMX AC, and wow, just look at that wonderful gun going for the vehicle. I mean, you can see just how atrocious the aiming time is on this tank. It's so bad. Thankfully, this vehicle does have a really, really good pen going for it. I mean, it is a tank destroyer, so I'd expect that. But, like, that guy just straight through my armor. Didn't even budge, just right through it. We got the 50 TP prototype off to the side, but not able to get a shell in, so that sucks, I guess. I don't really know what I'm going to do at this point. I mean, we got the Waffenträger off to the side. My team, they're doing okay. I'm going to be honest. The team, they're doing their job. I mean, our Waffel off to the side's doing okay. The RHM's probably going to be taken out. Thank you very much, team. And now we got an IS-3 defender at the back who's looking to be AFK. And with that, well, we got a VK100 over here, although that really sucks, and I'm too slow. Not an IS-3 defender, IS-5 Guardian, sorry. Misread that, but yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get anything really on that guy because I'm way too slow. But we do have the 50 TP over here, so let's aim in a shell and yeet! There you go, nice tap for 329. Let's back up, but oh wow, we actually got a bounce. Look at that. I don't think he aimed it in at all. He probably just bounced off my upper plate, but I'm not gonna complain. I will take the bounces I can get in this vehicle because they are so rare. Nice shot there into the VK100, and he is taken out. I mean, we're not doing bad, to be fair, and as I said, the gun is quite nice on the vehicle. Sure, its aiming time might not be anything you'd want, but the gun has good gun depression and elevation angles, and since it has good DPM, you can get some pretty beefy damage numbers out in the tank. It's just... Why? Why would you want to buy this? I mean, the AT-15, I could have easily done everything here and probably more. Definitely more. I mean, the shots that I missed on that AMX AC, that guy would have been dead in the AT. Sure, I might not have hit him the first time for more alpha, but overall, the DPM is 35% more. I mean, that's an insane increase. So there we go. That was the first game. We had the 50 TP prototype in the enemy team, but ooh, yeah, not the best player there. But I'll take it. We did pretty good. 2,111 damage. Let's, of course, do one more battle. See if the, should I say, good luck is going to stay with me. Obviously, that battle definitely rode on my team. If the enemy team, especially that 50 TP, was smart and they actually played correctly, were able to take out my team, you can very easily have seen that in that battle, there's probably not much I could have done to sway the actual tide. I kind of just farmed the enemy. So, I mean, against tier 7s, it's not terrible. Obviously, you saw that a T25-2 will struggle certain times to pen the vehicle. A KV-3... no, not really an IS-2. That vehicle's got 250 heat pen base, so that one won't. The Smasher, no, it's got 250 as well. Ferdinand won't, ISU won't, Progetto won't because of its premium, neither will the Mod 1. So, yeah, really the only vehicle that will struggle to pen me, a lot of the time, should I say, would be the KV-3. Everything else is fair game, just load premium and you're cutting straight through the armor. But, as I said, it does have nice DPM, which is good, you know? I'm not going to knock that part of the tank. I can very easily drive this tank all down, use the gun depression, get a couple bounces, and use the DPM to actually do okay. But I'm just waiting for one of these moments where this tank gets stuck out in the open or something bad happens, and yeah, that's it. I mean, we only go 20, so it's very easy for me to get myself stuck in a situation I don't want to be stuck in. Alright, here we go. Speed and power is key. Bum 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 ba-da-dum ba-da-dun dun da-da-da-dun da-da-dun dun da-da-dun dun da-da-dun. This is so slow. Alright, well, we got the Smasher off to the side. I am spotted by something, probably an ISU that's about to take half of my health off. I mean, we got the Progetto off to the side over here. Maybe we can snap a shell into him? I don't really know. There's the ISU. Oh, maybe we can get a shell in. Come on. Poke it, Progetto. Do it. Do it. Do it. Yeet! Oh my god. That's one of the downsides of this tank, is the terrible dispersion. As you saw, it's .344, which is, yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the fact that that shot missed just shows what the dispersion is on this vehicle. We got our T-49 just yeeting into the battlefield, and there you go, nice shot into the side of the Smasher. We've put on our Adrenaline, which means our DPM's quite impressive right now. There's 2 shots into the Smasher, 349 there. We've gotten 2 nice high rolls, and now I'm going to start shooting at this guy. Smasher might shoot me, but honestly, I could not care less. There you go, he fired an AP shell. I'm just strictly going for damage. This tank is slow, and it's hard to get damage in a slow vehicle, so I will fully take advantage of the, should I say, areas I am able to get out damage when I am able to. So here we go. Let's continue pushing our tank forwards. Push me, Eagle 7. No, 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 no. We do have that KV-3 off to the side, and maybe, just maybe... Oh, come on, come on, come on. Back up, please. Please, no. No, I thought we might just be able to get a shell out. Ooh, but we might be able to get one into the Progetto here. Come on, aiming and fire. No, no, okay. Well, that just sucks. I mean, this is just boring, isn't it? All right, let's try one more shell here. Maybe we can get one on the KV-3. Aiming and fire. There you go. Nice tap for 330. We're at 1900 damage. I mean, again, we're not doing bad this game. 1900 damage is pretty solid for any tier 8 tank. Honestly, 2500 is what I try to average. It's just, this is it. This is all you do in the tank. Even in a good game, it's just boring, and I could have, again, easily gotten more damage out in that short amount of time. I mean, first of all, if I was in the AT-15, I easily would have hit that shell on that projectile. Not only one shell, but I probably could have gotten 2 off because of how quick the reload is. I would have easily gotten more damage out on that smasher, and as well the IS-2 that was over there, because I have 35% more DPM. So instead of sitting at 1900 by the end of this battle, I probably could have been sitting way more comfortably at around 2500. It's just, why play this tank when there's a literal tech tree version that is so much better, it's not even funny. And as well, the T-28, while it may not be a fantastic vehicle, in my opinion, it is still better than the Turtle Mark 1. Its frontal armor is better, the gun is better, and it actually has speed boost, which makes it go 5 kilometers per hour faster in forward speed. Let me know what you guys think about my video in the comments down below. If any of you are Turtle fans out there, yeah, sorry to dish you like this, but it's just my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think about it. But other than that, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye!